Hey guys, welcome back to a special edition of Cincy Game Hunting. We are actually heading up to the CORGS convention up in Columbus, Ohio. Apologize, I haven't done a video in quite a while. It's been 4 months, and I told you guys the channel might be slowing down or ending for the most part. I think from what I'm going to do from now on is just whenever I happen to have a chance to do a video, like whether I'm out of town for a convention for the fun of it, which I don't really do conventions that often, it's not my thing. But whenever we do that, or if we say like a Walmart week pops up and I want to tell you guys that, you know, to be looking for games out there in the wild, and you know, for just a random road trip, if I happen to be game hunting on a road trip, I'm going to post a video about it, and we'll just do it randomly here, there, and everywhere. But yeah, I'm glad to be back, and we're going to head up to Columbus, Ohio, the CORGS convention, which I believe stands for the Columbus, Ohio Retro Gaming Society convention. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, I'm going to find some things that are a little bit harder to find, because that's kind of what conventions are all about. And maybe some deals if I can find some. I know some vendors tend to put, like, you know, 2 for $5 or 3 for 10, you know, bins for stuff. And if I find something cool in that, I can stack those up and get them. But my main goal for this trip is to pick up games for the Wii U collection. I am down to 5 games left for the complete set. Now, most of those games are really expensive. So, I don't like spending a lot of money, as you all know, if you've been watching the channel for a while. So, I actually brought a bunch of trade credit with me. You probably can't see them very well because they're in a bag, inside a bag, like you do. And we are going to try and trade some things in to get some games for a lot cheaper or even free, depending on what we're trading. Some of the games in the package are, like, you know, games that I've played through already or I've played and I'm done with, like some Spider-Man games or some the Godzilla game that I bought. That was, by the way, an awful game. It's a $200 game though, so it's worth the trade. I picked that up at a GameStop randomly one time. Yeah, and like some 3DS games that, like, I found at Walmart that were like $10 or less. They're all going for like $70, $80 to $100 now. Yeah, I'm gonna trade those for sure. And some of them are games that I had doubles of, like Kirby's Epic Yarn I have on the Wii. I don't really need the 3DS version, and it's going for like $100 now. I'm guessing because of the new Kirby game that came out on the Switch, but yeah, not worth holding on to for $100. So gonna grab some things, and like I said, I'm gonna go for some Wii U games if I can find them. There's a couple other randoms that I've been looking for. You know, there's a Wii game that I've been trying to get. It's a Dragon Ball game. And you always know I'm looking for Vita games. So Vita is still my passion. So anyway, we are going to head to Columbus. And guys, don't forget, check out the Instagram and Twitter accounts at Cincy Game Hunt. I'll put it down at the bottom of the screen here. That's what I've been doing for the last 4 months. Even though I haven't been doing videos, I keep posting deals on those accounts, and hopefully you guys can find the deals that I'm finding and can find some games for cheap. That's kind of like my passion and why I wanted to do this channel, is to try and help folks to get games for cheap. There's no point of paying full price for stuff. Even if I'm buying a game for close to full price, it's usually at GameStop, and I'm buying it on trade credit from buying games for super cheap and trading it into them. So guys, yeah, check it out at Cincy Game Hunt on Twitter and Instagram. Totally worth your time, because I'm going to be posting things usually about once every day or two. Just deals that I happen to find that are, like, you know, $15 or less usually, or if it's like a system or something like that that is deeply discounted, I'll post that as well. So anyway, guys, let's get on the road. We're going to head to Columbus. It takes about an hour and a half to get up there from Cincinnati, so let's have fun at this convention. We have arrived in Columbus, and I'm not gonna lie, the parking situation at this convention is a little bit sketch, but I don't think they have a big lot, but it's pretty much all along the streets back here, back there into the park, and a little bit by the over by the venue itself. Got a little energy going right now. By the way, you ever try these? These C4 taste exactly like Starburst. So, food for thought. But let's get inside. So would you mind doing $10 for it?
Absolutely.
All right, cool.
Some more beer in the case for you, bud.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that in a second. Oh, that's interesting.
I've seen you on YouTube. Are you going for a full set?
What's that?
Were you going for a full set of Vita?
I was going for a full set of Wii U. Yeah.
Well, I got a little bit harder to find Wii's. Well, one game in particular that's harder to find, but
what's that?
Usually there are 2 Vita games on stock. That's probably the best Vita game I have.
I already got that one.
Well, that's good.
I'm down to 5 left, so it's getting really hard.
Yeah,
I figured I'd come down and see if I get lucky and maybe find like one of the 5. It's the top 3 are gonna be the pain in the butt. Devil's Third, Unwritten Tales, and Axiom Verge.
Unwritten Tales came out of nowhere. Well, and that used to be $10 like all day.
Well, and then like there was what was it? The one they just released like the last second. It was like they did it on every platform.
Shakedown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's the one I can't find. It's like.
Yeah.
How's it going?
How you doing?
Good, good.
I got picky taste and it sucks because I can't find any of it. I'm a Wii U Vita person, and the two hardest things to come by.
Dude, we have so much Vita stuff, we didn't bring any.
Are you serious?
Well, because we came from New York and there's a 10-hour drive, so we...
But they're little.
Dude, I know. And, dude, and then one of the boxes we ended up taking was a box of shelves, like, because we didn't know the table was going to be this big.
Gotcha.
That could have been a box of Vita and Wii U games if we knew.
Man. Although with my luck, it probably like, I got here like 2 hours after it started, an hour and a half after it started. I'm sure it probably would have been rifled through before I got a chance to even get to it.
Dude, you never know, because like, Vita still, I feel like people are starting to like realize they missed out. But.
What? I don't want it. Why are you forcing this on me? Peer pressure, peer pressure. All right, we went through the con one time over, and it's, by the way, it is super hot in there. No air conditioning. They have 2 big fans up on the ceiling. That's pretty much all the airflow. They have some doors open, but it's not helping. Not a lot finding right now. Like, none of the Wii U games that I really need right now were in the stock anywhere, and Vita games, a lot of them were just foreign games, and I'm not big on the Japanese games because unless you speak Japanese or read Japanese, it's hard to play them. We did pick up 3 things so far. I'm gonna go back in a second here and get some more stuff, but I wanted to show you. So I'm putting some stuff in the car. We got Reality Fighters on the Vita. This is a game that's a really cheap one. It only cost me like $9, but you can see it's on a replacement case. But I got replacement. I got the actual blue cases back at the house. I can replace that with. We also got Sonic Generations on the 360. I wanted to pick this up because Sonic Generations is now backwards compatible with the Series X, and they upgraded the frame rate to 60 frames. So Sonic games at high frame rates, awesome fun. And we also picked up Guitar Hero Live for the Wii U because I didn't have the guitar for the Wii U. I think I'd gotten the Guitar Hero Live game for like $1 somewhere, but I didn't have the guitar that went with it, so I ended up being like $60, but it is all good. I needed the guitar, and the Wii U guitar is very hard to find, so yeah, picked up those 3 things so far. As I said, it's pretty slow right now, but we'll see if we can get some other stuff going in a second here, and maybe get lucky in the second half. Some parking spaces actually opened up in the main parking lot, so we actually got to move into the main parking lot, and I don't have to walk 2 miles back to the car. One thing I forgot to mention, a gentleman inside, I think you saw it in the video, gave me a copy of For Honor, a loose copy. He had a whole spool of them. He's like, go ahead and take one. I'm like, no, I'm good, I don't need it. And he's like, no, take it. And I'm like, I don't need it. So he forced it upon me, and I don't know how I feel about that. Make a nice coaster. All right, we are still out here. It is hot as sin. As we said earlier, this is the air conditioning up here, the turbine air, we'll call it. Yeah. But we got.
I'm trying to.
This is the best air conditioning ever right here.
I got you covered. I need one of those olive leaves or whatever, those giant palm tree branches.
We got Mr. John Riggs over here.
How are you feeling, man? Doing good?
Oh yeah, I was struggling to find stuff early on. It was like, it seemed like a lot of folks.
Struggling to find what? It's everything.
Well, but you got picky ass tendencies like me.
I see.
Where you only want to get like Vita and Wii U and a couple of random GameCube games that you're looking for. It gets a little hard, you know. So I mean, like, I know you're more retro. You're more cartridge and everything like that.
Yeah, 8-bit, 16-bit era. Yeah.
You're gonna laugh at me. I skipped the entire 16-bit era.
How'd you skip it? Like, what did you do instead?
I just had my NES. Okay. I went from Atari 2600 to NES, and then just sat with my NES for a long time, and then PlayStation came out. I missed the entire 16-bit era.
Oh, it's so good. There's so many games in there. You can always go back and play. I mean, that's why we have stuff like this.
Well, and what I ended up doing is I bought all the classics, like those little mini consoles.
Oh, there you go.
So
the best of the best. You're fine.
I got this Genesis, the 64, the Super Nintendo, and the TurboGrafx all on a mini console.
I love it.
Covers me all the way through.
Okay,
so,
I like it.
$100 a piece, can't complain about that.
There we
go.
Yeah, all the games you need.
Right. But John, what do you got over here, man?
Well, I have my cereal book. there's books on video games, books on toys, books on you know, cartoons, but no one ever did a book on like the breakfast cereal we grew up with. So it's like, I'll be the guy that comes. Oh man, Nerd Cereal, I remember that one for sure.
Well,
so
I think you do a bunch of cereal reviews on your channel back, like, you know.
I love breakfast cereal.
You're not just video games.
No, I know. I'm as nostalgic for cereal as I am video games, but you know, video games is kind of what I'm known for too. I only have about 38,000 copies of Ninja Gaiden 3 for the Wii U. I had a case pack of them, so if you need one, I got you covered. A couple of game hacks over here. I also got my my new homebrew on Dreamcast. I had the NES one; it all sold out this time around, but I'm making more. So
did you just do it on Dreamcast and NES, or did you do
it? Started out as NES.
You have a Switch version, right?
Yes, yeah. It started out as NES, ported to the Switch, or ported to the Dreamcast, and also, I mean, it's literally the NES version that plays on the Dreamcast. The Switch version, it's literally the NES version that plays on the Nintendo Switch.
Very cool.
So, and into eShop, coming physical later this year.
How hard was it to get like a game like ported over and made for discs? I mean, is it easy to make a Dreamcast get?
Oh, it's easy for me. I didn't do anything. The game was already done. I have friends who know how to do all that for me.
Rockin'.
So we worked out a deal. We got that going on, and it was Wave Studios. It's a huge community, Wave Studios, huge community for Dreamcast homebrew. So they were the ones who did this one. I'm doing the US version, and then they're the ones selling the UK version in the UK. Again, huge. I'm a huge homebrew fan too. So
now, if folks can't find it at a con, where are you selling them at otherwise?
Here, my address is 4010 Summit. No, I'm just kidding. Just let's knock on my door. No, I'm online. Just look up Rigged Games, RIGGD games.com, and all of my link trees right there. So hit me up anytime.
These kind of things are cool to me, like Bob's Burgers. You don't see a Nintendo game of Bob's Burgers anywhere.
No, because there wasn't one until I put it on there.
Very cool. Well, John, appreciate you coming out.
My pleasure, man.
All right.
I don't think I had it.
Steve, what you getting over here?
Man, look at this. I just got Angry Birds. I got Tetris and Walking Dead. I'm making sure I gotta check my list, checking it twice because I'm not naughty or nice. Oh man, I got so much to get on 3DS, so y'all finna see if I have it. Let's see, Wii U. I don't have Angry Birds. I got Star Wars. I got that. So I got it. Oh, wait a minute, hang on.
Angry Birds Trilogy is the more expensive of the two.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's harder to find now. It's really hard to find right
and it was crazy because GameStop had it for like $15, like right before everything started getting bought up.
Man.
Hey, my guy, are you guys doing trades at all? Are you guys doing trades at all?
Maybe.
I'm looking to try and get these two, but I want to see what you can give me trade-wise. So we just picked up Fortune Street and the Kirby Return to Dreamland over there at that same spot where Steve was at. If y'all don't know us, I was Mr. Rightway. He's a fellow YouTuber. Or he basically, you know, it's just the same thing I used to do, where you just gone and, you know, all the thrift stores and pawn shops and whatnot, and find all the good deals. We got this guy over here.
What's up?
For those that don't know, this is the Cincinnati Hobby Hunter. Used to actually be called his channel Cincinnati Game Hunter, and then I came around. I think it got confusing.
Yeah, so I changed it. I changed it. We were.
He was the OG. I came in and I didn't realize that somebody else had a very similar name already.
Well, so I had Instagram that was another name too. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna change it and not have it the same way.
No, that's cool. How's sales been today, man?
It's been solid, honestly. It's been a pretty solid day.
What's been your big seller so far?
Well, a lot of the cheap stuff I sold in bulk, but Castlevania Dracula X, I had a complete box and sold that today, so that was good.
Very cool.
But the bulk stuff, I needed some space, so I'm super glad to get that going.
Yeah, I bet you.
Have you found anything else while you're out looking?
I mean, I found some Vita games. I ended up making some trades over there, just down the way. I got 2 Vita games and 2 Wii games. Counting up wrong.
I was about to say your mouth doesn't look right.
So I'm having a stroke too, I guess. But yeah, I mean, the hard thing is I can't find people that want to trade. You know what I mean? It's getting harder and harder to find folks that will actually trade for stuff at a swap meet. And I'm like, I only brought a certain amount of cash with me, you know?
It's a 50-50 too, because when you're coming to a swap meet, you got to recognize that some vendors need profit. Some people want to do 50-50. I always introduce by saying, hey, if it's for me, I'll swap it. If not, I need to have some kind of value.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed too. Like, well, the last guy I traded with, he actually was getting the stuff for himself. So it was like, if it's something you actually they want out of you, it helps out a little bit, right?
Yeah, if you bring a stack of games, I'm going to put on the table. I don't want to sell 6 games to add up to the price of 1 game. It's got to make sense, but it's still out there. I just gotta be smart with it.
Now, if y'all don't know, I actually featured him in my Channels to Watch video, and of course, you stopped doing videos for a short period of time after I put that video out. But if you don't know, check him out, Cincinnati Hobby Hunter. By what? You're getting close to 1,000, aren't you?
Right now, I'm currently at like 640.
640.
So does this mean you're recording again?
This is I'm doing a one-off video. It's not. I'm gonna try and do a video every once in a blue moon, like say like a Walmart week pops up again. I'll do it then. But
when you mentioned me stopping, I was like, wait, what are we in now?
Yeah, we're in the twilight zone because I'm talking about him stopping, and I stopped a while ago. So, but yeah, Cincinnati Hobby Hunter. If you guys get a chance to check him out, I'm gonna put the link in the description. And hope the rest of the con goes well for you, man. Yeah, good seeing you. It's raffle time. Got a couple of tickets that people gave me throughout the day because people were leaving. You get 5 of them on the way in. Oh, that's not me either. I ended up giving 1 to Steve because he didn't get any on the way in. But yeah, I got 15 chances to win, so we'll see if we get anything. Winner, winner!
Shot it. Before someone is here to like get it.
888-8418. Should be right there. That one right there.
Yeah, just take that one off. We'll take that one. You need the other ones for other stuff you put in?
Yeah, I got one more thing I think I'm coming in for.
Okay.
Sweet.
And this one, get a picture with her. Get in front of there, sir. Right there.
Very cool.
Here, give it to him quick.
This is nice. This is really special. Mike is here all the way from Buffalo. Mike, wave your arms. This guy.
We just won a restaurant too.
Is a machine. He is a game selling machine.
All right, me and Mr. Rightway were out wheeling and dealing a little bit ago, but he's got a chance to sit down and relax for a little bit. What you got over here?
Look at this 3DS sign.
Now that looks like handmade, wasn't it?
Yeah, handmade.
I'm trying to get a little closer so you can kind of see the stringing in there. It's like all like mini strings and nails. That's super cool.
It is.
Where'd you get that?
This guy made it for me.
Very
This
cool.
actually the guy who I did some trades with for some 3DS games. He know I'm going for a full set. So man, look, I can put this when I complete my full as I complete my set, this will go where my 3DS set sign is. So I'll put this right here, 3DS sign. I'm gonna complete my set. This is nice. I love stuff when people do something for me. It's just like, this is beautiful.
And it's super cool. It's a homemade thing. It's not like somebody bought it and was bringing it over to you.
It took them 4 hours to make. That's 4 hours of somebody's time, love, dedication. This right here, it's amazing.
That's super cool. And Steve, tell them about your channel, man. I've kind of been telling people on Instagram and Twitter about you, but
my channel sucks. Just follow me, Mr. Right Way. We do game hunts. Like I said, follow him. We're doing on his Instagram. It's really nice. I'll make sure I follow his Instagram. Buy it and sit down. I just do a lot of. I like to try to teach people how to build your collection in like the right way for cheap. I'm all about trades. Me, I'm always talking about trades are the key to getting stuff. I had a bag full of trades, and now the trades are gone. So yeah, see on my channel what I have.
Yeah, we were both doing a bunch of trades over the other aisleway over there. I ended up trading about 3 or 4 games for about 3 or 4 games. Like we were doing straight up trades, you know? And like some people were just straight vendors. They wanted to just make sure you paid cash for everything. But there are a few people that at these cons that will trade, especially if they want it for their own personal collection.
And I didn't spend that much either. Some things I did buy, I sold, but I bought something with it. So I came winning. So
yeah,
I actually was sold $600 worth.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but it was some things I didn't want in my collection no more, and some collectors here really wanted it. I said, go right ahead, let's do it.
Yeah.
And also too, I traded with them first too also, so we both got the stuff we wanted.
Well, and I legit, most of the stuff that I brought to trade were all Walmart stuff that we had found, you know, like last year when like they were selling them all for like $10, $5 a piece. And they're all going for like $100 or $80 now. It's silly. So if you guys happen to have gone to Walmart and picked up any of those DS games back when they were all clearancing them out, keep an eye out. You might actually have some big time games in your.
I think they get ready to do it again. They usually do it like twice, sometimes 3 times.
I'm keeping my eyes out for it. It's like you guys know every time we find Walmart deals, we're always going to post them on Instagram and Twitter so people can find them. As soon as I start spotting a game out, as soon as I find it, it goes on there. Yeah. So and Steve does the same thing. If he sees some deals, he's gonna put it on YouTube and tell you about it all the time. So
try to do as quick as I can, y'all. Make sure y'all follow.
Yeah,
if you want to.
Steve is kind of like me. We basically our channels are about trying to help people find stuff in their area. Yeah. I could care less if I show people what I got from my collection, but if my game hunting gives them an idea of how to do it in their area, that's what I want to do.
That's what I want to do.
So, guys, CORGS Con's almost over. Steve's gonna be going back to Texas soon.
Don't hate on GameStop. Stop hating on GameStop.
You know, I don't hate on GameStop.
Look at this bag. No, I know.
I tear GameStop apart all the time.
Look at this bag, PlayStation 5 bag that I got from GameStop like a year ago. I had brought trades through here. I had a CIB complete inbox, if you don't know what that means, PlayStation 2, and it fit in this bag. Couldn't believe it.
So we got both of those GameCube games straight up for Splatterhouse, and the guy told me he saw the couple of the 3DS games that I had left sealed, and he wants to trade me for those. So we're gonna kind of look around and see if we can find something for that. I'm thinking maybe some more GameCube, maybe a Wii game if we can find it. Let's see. Disney Sports Football is really striking me. We'll see what we get. Don't have that one yet. Let's see if I can get that for one of the 3DS games. So many good GameCube games in here. I just know a lot of them are high price ones, and don't really have the trade credit left to pull any of them off. Chibi Robo for $335. 300. See if I can pull a trade off for this. Honestly, the second half, I actually made a lot more deals and we were able to get some really cool stuff. I don't know if you guys saw the video from the, I'm sure it showed up pretty well, but we made a trade at that last booth, ended up getting a couple of things right off the bat, and the guy saw I had a bunch of sealed 3DS games and was like, hey, we can make some more deals with that. And I'm like, okay. So I found a copy of Chibi Robo. Originally, the first copy I grabbed was a cheaper copy, and it was a little more tore up. I said, can I get the cleaner copy? We can make a deal with that. He's like, yeah, sure. I gave him a premium. I mean, he's a businessman. I'm trading him games that I paid next to nothing for, and we got Chibi Robo. So that's pretty awesome. And I was about to pull one game away to be able to, I had a copy of, what was it? Tekken Tag on the Wii U that I had bought for $10, and it was a double. So it was one of those GameStop packages that I accidentally ordered a double of it. And we traded that straight up for Super Smash Brothers. He was gonna give me $40 cash for it. I was like, dude, just give me the Smash Brothers game, I'm fine with it. And he's like, oh, okay. Originally he's like, can you put $10 more on top? And I'm like, no, I'm good. So he's like, whatever, man, you're good. You made me a good deal for the other games. And I said, cool, make it a deal. So that's Tekken Tag we paid $10 for. Traded it for Super Smash Bros. Tekken Tag is worth like $70 now, which I don't care. It's I want to get probably about $35 in trade credit for it, so we ended up making more of a trade credit out of getting Smash Brothers with it. And surprisingly enough, I didn't have Smash Brothers on the 64 yet. So not a bad little ending. We're gonna wrap it up when we get to the car and let you know what else we got. All right, that is gonna wrap it up from CORGS Con 2022. A lot of the early stuff, we weren't finding things that I wanted to pay for, and a lot of the vendors were not wanting to trade. But we were getting some trades later on in the day. So early on we were buying, later on we were trading, and we got some bangers towards the end of the day, and I'm pretty excited about a lot of them. A lot of them you guys probably saw in the video. There were a couple that my GoPro died. I had to bring extra batteries because the GoPro batteries don't last forever, and I have to do a quick change, and that's not easy because you take all the casings off and whatever. It's a whole thing. Anyway, first of all, the first thing we picked up from the con was Sonic Generations. I mentioned this earlier. This is, like I said, a backwards compatible game for the Series X, and you can play it in 60 frames. I'm pretty excited about that. And yeah, been wanting to grab this for cheap for a while, and they gave it to me for 10 bucks. Not bad. Second thing we got was Reality Fighters on the Vita. Very cheap game for the Vita, but like I didn't have it yet, and it was only 9 bucks, so I figured why not grab it up. And I said I got a replacement case I can throw on it to get rid of this black case, so Reality Fighters for 9 bucks. Then we made a trade. First trade we did, and you saw me, I don't know if you saw, I was over by Steve Wright, Mr. Rightway, if you call him. We were making some deals. He was trading for some stuff, I was trading for some stuff. I ended up trading, I can't remember everything that I traded, but like that whole bag that I had some bunch of 3DS games. And you might have seen it in the video, I'm not positive. But we traded some 3DS games. We traded that copy of Godzilla for stuff later on, for one of my last trades that I did. But the first thing we got in a trade was Fortune Street. And people would be like, well, why'd you get that? I mean, I am a Dragon Quest fanatic. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I love Dragon Quest. Everything Square Enix, pretty much, I love. So to play a Mario Party type game with Dragon Quest characters in it, I figured that would be awesome. So Fortune Street ended up being like $45, but I got it in trade, so I didn't pay anything for it. We also, from that same vendor, picked up Kirby's Return to Dreamland, and once again, traded straight up for both of these games, both these for the Wii, and a game that I've been wanting to grab for a while now. Now, later on, we ended up going back to the other side of the vendors, and we picked up this Guitar Hero Live. It's the Wii U version. It has the guitar in it. I've had Guitar Hero Live for a while now. I would lift this up, but it's a pain in the butt because my car's kind of cramped right now as it is. But we picked that up for $60 for the guitar and the game, whole complete in box. And I kind of wanted to get it. Like, I had the game just for the sake of having the complete Wii U set trying to get, but I didn't have the guitar, and I couldn't find the guitar anywhere. So I figured for 60 bucks, why not? Just pick it up, full, complete in box, and now I can play it on the Wii U. Another trade we did, we picked up Dragon Quest Builders on the Vita. And you hear that there's actually another game inside. I actually traded for that and Putty Squad on the Vita. Altogether it was $120 we traded for it, so it didn't cost me anything out of pocket. Putty Squad and Dragon Quest Builders on the Vita. It's pretty sweet. Now, towards the end of the day, first of all, I don't know if you probably saw it in the video, but I ended up winning one of the door prizes, which was a Retron 2. I actually don't have a Super Nintendo right now, so this is actually pretty awesome. I can grab some cartridges and enjoy that. I play my Classic more than anything else, and I also got the Nintendo, what's it called? The Nintendo Online, Switch Online service, so I can play those on that. But I figured from some obscure Super Nintendo games, I can throw them on that. And it was free, because I got it for showing up today. All right. The last vendor we went to, we ended up picking up 2 games at first. And the first one was a game I've been trying to get for a while. NBA Street V3 on the GameCube. You're like, why do you care about that? Because this is the only version that you can play with the Mario characters in it. So you can play with Mario and Luigi and all the people in the game against the NBA players, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, NBA Street V3 on the GameCube on trade. We also picked up, and actually picked this up for a friend of mine. He told me to keep an eye out for him. But I'm gonna play it first, try it out. Disney Sports Skateboarding. Yeah, these Disney Sports games, for some reason, like the basketball and the football ones, I think are super expensive, but skateboarding was only 30 bucks. Like I said, we traded for it, no big deal. Now here's the bangers. This was the throw-in one that I got late in the game. Picked up Super Smash Brothers on the 64. Once again, traded. But the big one that I got, Chibi Robo. I have wanted this game for so long. This game looks so awesome. And like the subsequent like sequels they made for like the 3DS and like that are just trash compared to this. But I never actually had a copy of my own. I played it at a friend's house one time and I wanted it so bad, but it's gotten so expensive. So I traded Godzilla and like a couple of 3DS games and picked this up. So pretty stoked about that. They had $335 on it. They had a cheaper copy that was, I want to say like $300, but I figured I'd get the cleaner copy with everything. It's not, you know, the disc was a little rough on the other one. I just didn't feel right about skimping out $35 on it, and plus I didn't pay for it. I got in trade credit. So a lot of cool stuff at CORGS Con. I'm glad I snuck out here, and I'm glad I could make a video for you guys. And hopefully, if you get a chance, there's a convention near you, you can sneak out and make some trades of your own. That's the cool thing about going to conventions like this. There are some folks that will expect cash only, but there are a lot of folks that are gonna wheel and deal. I literally only spent, I wanna say, maybe like 70, 80 bucks altogether out of pocket. So all this other stuff was all trade credit games that I was trading in things that I bought from Walmart for like $5 and $10, and got some really cool games in the process. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this quick little special edition of Cincy Game Hunting. If you get a chance, like the video. I'm sure since I haven't done a video in a while, the algorithm's not going to like me very much. So if you get a chance, like the video, and if you do have a chance to subscribe, go ahead. I'm not going to do videos as frequently as I used to, but I'm still going to try and do a video every once in a while, especially if there's like a Walmart week, or if there's like, I'm doing a road trip or something like that. I'll make a video just for fun. But guys, I appreciate you as always coming out and hanging out with me. And until next time, keep hunting.